noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Washington football team.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Hammond. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry here for Kaneng-Nwangu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. Here we go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
56.
Now on 2nd and 13. Love. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 28-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a give running right. Nwangu. He stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast. And as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
Second and 5. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
Touchdown!
Kene Nwangu.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Lions, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Handoff here to Nwangu.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Love. They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Love now to pass on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw now. Here's Love. the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the give is Nwangu.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 30 on 2nd down, Love. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Albert O
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Going for it all.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
On the run is Nwangu.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, Washington.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Nwangu.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit.
A 28-yard attempt.
McCann's kick is good.
And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The return man, Ty Johnson.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They're going to look to throw.
Touchdown, Washington. Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
24. Lions, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I think they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Check 50, check 50. 56, Mike, 56, right there.
Working out of the gun. Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, pick your game up. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we go? Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, watch the slant. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. You don't want none.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
56, check 56. So don't say nothing. 56, Mike.
First down, Love to pass.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
All day, any day. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 56.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Love.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Mike, 55, Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm scared. Hey, check Mike, check Mike.
Love looking to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Hey, safe. Check 52.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Love. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but They haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That's complete. Okuegbunam.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another run now for Nwangu.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Following the interception, Love dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jordan Love taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Love throwing for it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Thompson here, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Johnson on the return.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Love looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Here's Love.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines.